Hello guys, today we are going to talk about beetles. Hold on, before you leave me, let me explain. We're not going to talk about in general about beetles, but we are going to be more specific. We're going to talk about the belief of ancient Egyptians in scarabs and why they considered this animal a sacred animal. So, the first reason, of course, is in its function. So, the function is basically to remove excrements from the soil and use them as their source of nourishment. In other words, food. Also, the ancient Egyptians believed that they could regenerate themselves just by using the excrement. And so the idea was that of a similitude with the resurrection of the dead. The idea was indeed that once you are dead, you would resurrect, and you would resurrect, in the afterlife, exactly like continuing a process that goes from death to birth and vice versa. Now, scarabs, and I would say here beetles, are more in general very important. And if you don't believe me, please be aware that in 1967 the Australian government had to introduce a specific kind of beetles because the excrements of cows were so much that basically they were polluting all the environment, and they were not letting grass grow. And so the whole soil was being ruined by the excrements of the cows. And the only animal that could save the entire Australian country were the beetles. But with that being said, let's go back to our ancient Egyptians. And scarabs there, in that society, were considered sacred. Let's go back. Why? Let's focus on this. Why? Mostly because of their shape. Their shape would remind ancient Egyptians of the solar disk that the god of sun would push out in the morning so that sun would appear and it could illuminate the world. So much so that the god of sun is represented with a man with the head of a scarab, and the name for scarabs was Keper, and the name for the god of sun was Kepri. So there is a strict resemblance between the job of scarabs and the job of the god of sun. And likewise, that is connected to the theme of resurrection. So much so that over the course of a couple of centuries, the figure of scarabs became so important that artists started to produce jewels. Jewels that would be placed between the bandages of mummies. They were called the scarabs of the heart because they would be scarab-like in shape, but they would have some prayers and some incisions of words that the family wanted the dead to be accompanied with in his journey in the afterlife. The theme of becoming, of constant pushing forward the sun or the bowl of excrements. The idea that this animal was so powerful, and it is so powerful, to push a weight that is 10,000 times bigger than its own weight, as if a man could actually carry 10 elephants, one on top of the other. The theme was so powerful that a lot of jewelry was made, and the scarab started to represent resurrection and an object that was necessary for the salvation throughout the ancient Egyptians, and that theme arrived to the early Christians. And that's how we basically know. Whereas nowadays, the idea of being in contact with a beetle terrifies us. How that has changed over time. Amazing. Now, guys, I'll leave the comments to you, so let me know what you think. Let me know if you do have amulets and which one they are, if it is possible for you to say and possible for us to know. And we'll talk some more in a new episode next time. Bye! Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Bye!